for those who have passed and given up their lives. I have a young nephew who returned from Iraq missing both legs and part of an arm, in the use of an arm. And I was visiting with him shortly after he was back after many, many surgeries. And he said, which was very impressive and touching to me, he said, "Uncle Russell, you know what I regret more than anything else?" And he's still in bed, still being fitted with prosthetics. He said, "The inability to return and finish what I was sent to do." Those are patriots. And I noticed when we did the flag, the national anthem, I noticed a lot of those that raised their arm to the square to salute. God bless you for your service, your dedication, your love for America, and you're willing to sacrifice. And the same with our young men and women in blue and in brown that serve every day that I call our hometown heroes. Those first responders that do everything they can to protect your liberty.
Don't get the border patrol.
And green. Don't forget the Border Patrol. And I include them in everything. I work very closely with the Border Patrol. And, you know, again, I believe in handcuffs. I believe handcuffs are a great tool. But you got to get them on the right people. You take them off from law enforcement and you put them on the bad guy. You take them off the law-abiding citizens and you put on the bad guy. Enough is enough. Government cannot encroach upon those freedoms at all costs. What are you going to do if they come for your guns? What are you going to do? I mean, it's easy to talk tough, and I hear politicians talk tough all the time. It's easy. In fact, I'm not a guy for a lot of laws, you probably know that. But I think there ought to be one law, truth in campaigning. I think if they say something, they actually ought to have to mean it. If they take an oath of office, I think they actually ought to have to keep it. And my good friend Carl Still, I agree with him, they actually ought to be eligible before they run for office. But folks, we live in a great country, but a country under attack. And again, I don't worry about our foreign enemies as much as I do about our domestic enemies that are giving away our freedoms, attacking our freedoms, undermining this government from within. Our founders understood that. They understood that risk, and that's why they kept you in power. That's why they made sure you were in charge. There's three branches of government, not the traditional you think about the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary. Three branches of government: the federal, the state, and we the people. And we the people was always intended to be the strongest branch of that government. That's why it's a constitutional republic. Now people talk about, and I've talked to politicians where they say, "Well, Russell, my constituents want this." You know, I appreciate that, if it's constitutional. But I don't care if my constituents want it or not if it's not constitutional. Amen. This is not a democracy. We're a republic. We're bound to protect and honor that document and those 10 Bill of Rights. We're bound to defend that. And popular opinion doesn't remove your obligation for that.
Amen.
Again, democracies are dangerous, like Margaret Thatcher said. First of all, she talked about socialism, and that's when you soon run out of other people's money. But democracies are dangerous too. When the minority can take away the rights of the majority, a republic was designed to protect both the minority and the majority. So an elected representatives that are bound to the Constitution and the Bill of Rights. That's why they take that oath of office. Folks, I've got an update coming out. I don't think Gang of Eight's going to be real happy with me, including our two U.S. senators. The Arizona Republic has given me permission to write a piece. I don't read it, but I will write for it occasionally. And that is to make clear how bad this Gang of Eight. Have you guys listened to this? I know we're your Second Amendment. It's all commingled though. You lose rights, you lose all rights. You know, what's happening with that Gang of Eight, folks, is a sellout of America. A sellout of America. You here in Arizona made it very clear in 2006 when you passed 4 ballot initiatives by an average of 75% dealing with the illegal alien problem. 75, you can't get to 75% unless you have a majority of every demographic. You even voted on Prop 300. That was no to the DREAM Act. 75% no to the DREAM Act. Gang of Eight wants to apply the DREAM Act, means they treat those in the country illegally better than they treat citizens. If you're out of state, you pay out of state tuition. If you're out of country, you don't pay any of that out of state tuition. and you're here illegally. But anyway, they want to apply that to prisoners in that. There is no back taxes in that, as they promise. Folks, again, when are we going to stop them from lying to us, from doing things that undermine the American principle? We're a nation of laws. We're a nation bound onto those laws. We're a sovereign nation. Just like we have a dual sovereignty system. We are a sovereign nation, but you're also 50 sovereign states. If you're going to resolve this problem, states have to take their position at the head of the family. The states can control the federal government. We created the federal government. That's why the 9th and 10th Amendments are there. Article 4, Section 4, Article 1, Section 8 are all there to make it clear that any powers not relegated or delegated to the federal government belong to the states. All powers, as if they were written into state statute. It's, so the problems we have today in part are just as much our fault at the state level as they are at the federal level. Let's take back America. We do it one state at a time. We do it one rally at a time. I just want to thank you again from the bottom of my heart for being here today. I know it's warm. It's going to get warmer right here. But it's warm, but it's a great day. It's a great day for America to see this crowd here. May you continue to be vigilant in this defense. And again, don't stop here. Folks, take this energy. Take it on. If you're not signed up to help a candidate that is a constitutionally-minded candidate, get involved in those campaigns. 2014, we talked about 2012. 2014 is going to be a landmark decision by this country of where we're headed. Folks, we're never more than a generation away from losing our freedom. Let's pray. Let's pray that we stay vigilant. Let's pray that we preserve the freedoms that have been given to us through sacrifice and the lives of many. God bless you. May God continue to bless America. Thank you very much.